is Benjamin Ko. I am one of the co-founders of JamiQ. Now, JamiQ is a multilingual social media monitoring solution that we designed specifically for Asia. JamiQ was created because we needed a solution for Asia. We needed a solution which could pick up all the different languages that happens around Asia in all the different markets that we have here. A lot of the tools that came out from the US or Canada or even Europe catered very specifically to their markets, and as a practitioner in this part of the world, it didn't appeal and it didn't work to pick up a lot of the data that we required. So JamiQ was created specifically for that need to pick up the multilingual nature of Asia. One issue is the language. Now, in the Western world, there's a very strong focus on English, or in Europe, a lot of the European languages. And so while that was one of the issues, the other issue was the data that they collected. A lot of times, social media monitoring providers have a collection of the social media that they want to monitor and present to their clients. Now, a lot of those that come up from the US do not focus on Asia, and the ability to mine data in Asia is amazingly complex. And so that became our mission, and that's why we started JamiQ. What's happening in Asia is actually mirrored everywhere else in the world. We are right now having we're in between traditional media and the social media. You will start seeing a lot of magazines are losing readership to a lot of the media that we see online. There's an increased amount of consolidation of what's happening online. While the traditional media space might be shrinking or consolidating, the consumers themselves are growing in the way they create and share data online. And the social media has a strong impact on marketing, not just from a conversation point of view, but from a pure data point of view. People are having conversations on blogs, on Twitter, putting videos up on YouTube, photos on Flickr, commenting all over Facebook. And that's conversations, and that's great. But at the same time, data is being shared. Data about themselves, data about what they bought, about who they are. Dating sites make use of data and the more data that you share, the better your results become. The more data that you share with sites like Amazon or shopping sites, the better recommendations you get. So what is happening is that people are learning and beginning to react to the social space where creating and sharing data with more people gains you a lot more benefits. Privacy is always an issue, but it was an issue. It was more of an issue in the past than it is an issue now, because as people get more savvy, the providers of platforms like Facebook, blogs and all that, they also give them more and more control. And with that control comes a balance between what people want to share and what people do not want to share. Now, the benefits of sharing data is that you get to share kind of your preferences with the world, and the biggest advantage now, especially in relation to monitoring what people are saying, is that marketeers and companies can then start to engage these people and know exactly what they want, when they want it, how they want it, whether it's urgent, whether it's critical. And the feedback channel becomes the web, as opposed to a single website or email address or hotline. Yeah, so that's the biggest benefit that we see happening right now. There's of course other issues, such as the lack of control. A lot of corporations were very used to control. In the past, when you only have media channels to worry about, your PR team can usually control the disaster that's going on. This time around, it's a lot more difficult because everybody is a media channel, and when something gets popular enough, it will make its rounds around the internet by Facebook, email, whichever way you have it. So there's the pros and there's the cons to the way the social media is working today. With regards to my company JamiQ and the customers that we get customers from all over, from PR people who care about the reputation of their clients or their company internally, to those who even bother to manage a crisis that's happening, worrying every single day about something being leaked out, all the way to advertising folks who use it, the buzz as a ROI measure. We even get customers who come to us and tell us, look, we're not concerned about what is being said as much as who is saying it. So why don't you give us, the top 10 bloggers that we can kind of reach out to, and the list is going on. We've starting to see market research people coming in wanting to use the conversations that happen on the social media as primary research as opposed to just surveys and focus groups. We're also seeing, what else is that? We are seeing the use of social media in customer service, customer feedback, as well as intelligence when people are trying to discern and discover what is being said and why they are saying it. And this could be in relation to products that are being developed, new campaigns that are being launched, and it's what is interesting about the social media that we found is that it's not confined to any particular segment of marketing, all the way from PR to advertising to the digital marketing, and even word of mouth. It just goes on, and everybody has a piece of this social media to engage with. What we find is that there is a lot more data to be mined, not just the conversations that are being mentioned, but who these people are, the demographics, where they belong, what other platforms do they use. If a guy has a blog, does he also have a Facebook account, a Twitter account, and who are his friends? Do his friends trust him? And what do they trust him on? So there's a lot of data to be mined, and all of this also in multiple languages. The ability to do sentiment analysis automatically in foreign languages, especially Chinese or Korean type of languages in Asia. There's a lot of customization of the way data is then also presented. What we found was that right now our tool works very well to produce the data that most people require, but on a specific way, in a specific actionable way, we're now developing it so that we meet the specific needs in the different segments.